All right, Virgo, I'm basically going to dare you to sit through this whole reading. This is Julia. She will stop licking my hands eventually, but I've been working with the energy, and I did double check to find out if this was like a broad collective reading or if this is specific to Virgo. It is specific to Virgo energy, whether or not sun, moon, or rising, but I feel like this is also Virgo energy influence, kind of on the personal and global level. I am working with the Fairies Oracle by Brian Froud. One thing the fairies are good at is giving riddles or lectures. All the cards that I pulled so far, they're really emphasizing on it's time for a decision, time for choosing a path, taking the harder path, not the easy one, and really waking up to some realities around you, no matter where you are in the world. Okay, Julie's up here. She's pretty excited. That means the energy's good for the reading. She'll calm down, and after we get in a bit, she'll go ahead and she even takes a little nap. But I know the reading's ready and the energy's here when she comes up. We had two cards that came out well, I pulled a few times and went through a few things, and man, were the fairies pretty adamant about stuff. We do have, I can never pronounce her name, it's crazy, Nellie the Alchemist. She comes along to kick you in the butt and tell you there's a new path to go down. And she's not going to hold your hand when you go down it. You're never alone when you go down a path. And she only pushes you down this path when she knows that you have the skills and you're ready for it. And I am getting, she knows it's going to be challenging. And she is also aware of the fact that you do not have all of the skills yet, but you are going to learn them on this path. It's a very strong, energetic, there is no time to play games right now energy. Okay, this is, what is it? They were telling me before, this is not a drill. This is not a practice. This is it. This is the real deal. And now, just like in astrology, where the energy influences everything globally, it also influences personally. So take this how it resonates. And like I said, this is for anyone, anywhere on the planet. Because whatever this energy is that she is trying to get us to wake up and go away from and find the path that's harder to walk, it is predominant globally at this time. Not just here in the United States where I am. I'm going to set her over here. Bear with Julia. She'll calm down in a while, but she comes in with a lot of energy when the energy's really coming in strong at the beginning. The other card we have is the Piper. And with this, what's coming through is some of you have been lulled to sleep. It's just been easier to either tune out or just not think anything's really serious that's going on. There is also, what I'm being told, is two paths. You can stay asleep while the world basically falls apart around you, whether that's your world or the actual world. Or you can listen for the rhythms and the harmonies, the vibrations of unity, of truth. One of the things the fairies wanted me to tell you is that they migrate too. They travel this earth too. And they have nothing against the migration of the nature spirits or the fairies or any of those in their realm that walks along with us on this earth. Their realm is on this earth. They travel. They migrate. They move around. They learn to work together. they've found a way to see the beauty in the contributions of each other, to be greater stewards of this earth, and they learn and grow from each other. And they know even in this migration, they work together to take care of anything that is bent on destroying them. They protect the land. They protect each other. They warn those that are being deceived. They'll trick humans sometimes to stumble them when they see them going wrong. But they're saying they can't stumble people all of the time. People have to work together to make harmony on this earth. And the Virgo energy that's coming through is saying that there's a lot of people under the influence of Virgo energy that are being lulled to sleep by a false song. One that says you don't have to worry about someone who lives on the other side of town. You can hate your neighbor because they don't agree with you. A false song that says, well, who cares about somebody on another continent? That doesn't have anything to do with me, forgetting that we all live on the planet together. Like I said, I dare you to stay with the rest of the reading. This, could be taking place at work. You're having problems at work, having problems in family, having problems in relationship. I say that even though the fairies are correcting me and they want to kick your asses into waking up. All right, Virgo, so we will get into some of the tarot. We're going to try and venture into more information here. But, remember, when this fairy nudges you, it's your choice to go and take a new path. And it's the harder path you're being asked to take right now. But it's the path of unity, path of the highest good for all. And it's a difficult path right now. The fairies are aware of that. But they're not going to sit around and let people give up or sit around. All right, let's get into some of the cards. I will actually pull some of what was at the bottom of the deck. I already looked just for references. We did have Penelope, the Dreamweaver. She's, look to your fairies for information for creative ways of doing things is there. We do have the feline here, and this is the one that kind of like gives you that guilt trip of why aren't you getting the work done that you need to get done. So that there's some the retriever is here. Why have you given up your voice? Why aren't you saying something? I'm telling you, these cards were like just dead on. And then we have the master maker here, which is, okay, you've been an apprentice for a long time, but now it's time for you to go out there and use your skills. Even though you'll stumble and fall and learn more on the way, that's part of the process. No one does anything brand new, perfectly right and good and without any flaws. So, it's time to get going. And then we have lists of the shadows. And this is the energy of the fairy spirits that go to where those are suffering, those who are hurting, and Liz speaks up for them. She's the one who goes out and rescues those who are on the streets with an addiction to try and get them clean. She's the one who feeds the hungry. She's the one who goes to where people have been pushed into the shadows and says, I am here to help you. All right, the fairies cannot be any freaking clearer to what they are trying to say. We are 9 minutes into this, and I'm like, do I need to pull any freaking cards for you? Okay, this is the Virgo energy that, even if you're, wherever you have Virgo in your house or anything, this is the Virgo energy. I did take out, oh my gosh, I actually did the Transient Light Tarot. This is a good deck for shadow work. If you haven't used it before, I find this deck works very, very good for when I have to get into the shadows of things. There's no pay promotion or anything. I just happen to find it works well. So I'm just going to ask, like, what do we need to know most? And I'm hearing what is the hesitation people have that's stopping them from taking this good path, this path of the highest good. The world. We have the world card. And the Two of Wands at the bottom. You know, there's something that immediately when this card came out, it's like you have to choose how you're going to view the world and what you want the world to be a year from now. You've got to make that choice. And really pay attention to where you're getting your information, all right? Because there's a lot of people who have forgotten that we are all people. The fairies, I got to tell you today, the fairies are a little bit on the pissy side. And all I can do is bring that forth because that's my responsibility to the fairies for the information they give me. If they want to be pissy and give a lecture, I've got to do that and respect that that's what they feel is best for humankind at this time. I don't even know what I'm pulling this card for. We do have the Champion of Vessels. This is the Knight of Cups. And I'm just drawn so quickly to see how there's all these birds out there. And here's this one bird, and it's packing its bags and saying, no, I'm going to take the other path. Even if I feel alone doing it right now. They're saying you're not alone. But you have to leave that flock, the flock of lies, in order to find the flock where you guys can see are with people who can see the truth. Who know that we are all created equal. Who still love the earth. And the people who live everywhere on this earth. Is there anything else we desperately need to know? Why did I word that we desperately need to know? What do we desperately need to know? What is this desperation need to know thing? Why? I don't even know why I ask a question like that. I don't really use spreads. We go with what the energy needs me to ask. First card out is the Defender. What do we desperately need to know? You're being called to defend something. And it's not to defend... I'm trying not to say stuff because I'm an American and in the US, if you know anything about what's going on here. But, I mean, this is going on worldwide. It's not to defend just one. It is to defend the highest good of all. Let's see what the other cards have to say here. So, the Star. And the other card that we had come out is the Apprentice of Swords. And this is the healing of what the truth is. What you're being guided to do right now is to defend the truth. To heal in a way, there's so many people being lied about right now. So many people being lied about. I am refraining from giving some examples here. The lies people use so that we can not give a shit about the human life of someone somewhere else. You have to defend their truth. You're being called to defend the fact that even if somebody doesn't speak the same language, doesn't live in the same country, and doesn't look like you, you're asked to defend the truth that they are just as equally human as you and deserve a place in this world just as much as you. All right, I'm sorry to have to give you like this kind of a message. All right, let's let's kind of move somewhere else because I feel like they're just trying to hammer it on the head as much as possible. What do you want me to do? The fairies, I'm going to ask the fairies, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to give Virgo or anybody who's watching right now? What do you need as a final thing to say to them? What do you need? Oh, God. The singers of connection. Know that we are all connected. It is so important for you to understand that, you know, even we are all connected, okay? So when a group of people in one place suffer, we can either reap a benefit and then someday pay the karma on that, or we can help to heal them because we know that they are a part of all. They are a part of all of us. You need to find connections with people who are awake to the highest good of all and not to the highest good of certain people's bank accounts. Okay? Didn't want to go political on you, but this is global. This isn't just in America. This is global. And that's what the fairies want you to know. I'm going to leave it at that. Take care of each other. Be kind. And hopefully I'll see you in another reading. One in which you don't have to get such a brutal lecture from the fairies. But when the fairies want a lecture, it's a damn good time to be listening. Because they only lecture hard when it's desperately necessary.